good night's sleep, whatever time it is for you anywhere in the world. Right now for me it's 9:40 a.m. and the sun is out. It's a good day. And I woke up in a good mood. And sometimes that doesn't always happen, but this morning I'm gonna embrace it and I'm gonna harp on that energy. After this, I'm gonna go to the gym. Then I'm gonna have a productive day. So yeah, today is part or day 6 of a 28-day series that I'm doing on mindfulness and mental wellness talks, and really this day is building on the previous days, and I structured this talk series so that each new day builds on the day before it and the days preceding it, the other days before it. So if you don't know, my name is Lauren and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher, and I like to talk a lot and I talk about mindfulness, meditation, yoga, things that are tools that we can use to help us stay grounded, stay in the present moment, and just overall be more mindful. And this channel, Holistic Flow, is dedicated to that. And I asked you all a little while ago on the YouTube channel, and I took a poll to ask you what you want to see on this channel. And instead of yoga and meditation tutorials or videos, you said that you want to see mindfulness and wellness talks. So here you are. Today, and we're usually here for like maybe about 30 minutes. And if you come on and you're having questions, or if you have questions or comments that I couldn't answer because you're watching from the replay, definitely type the comment in the comment section, and please let me know what your question is, and let's have some conversations in the comments as well. That's what the comments are for. So today's topic is embracing your soft life to find more joy. And this topic, soft life, right now is like really hot, but I think it's good. It's in a good way because I use it because I really need to embrace it. I guess it means different. It can mean different things to different people, but what it means to me and what the context that I'm coming from is your ability to receive, to let go, to take a step back, to maybe live more slowly, meaning not not do this whole hustle and bustle grind thing every day. Like, it's okay to do it sometimes because there's a time and a place for everything, because there are times and places to do the hustle and bustle thing. But most of the time is not the time for that. There's specific times for that. And the soft life is embracing the non-hustle and grind, the laid backness of life, and going with the flow instead of trying to always go, which I also talked about yesterday in finding joy. So that's what the soft life is. And no, yeah, I have 3 points, and this shouldn't be too long, about how to do that to find more joy. And the first thing is like, embracing a soft life or a slow life or a life that allows you to be more easy and breezy and free. How does that benefit you and how does that bring you more joy? Well, like, I think that the most joyful beings are kids. And they have a lot of joy because they don't have many responsibilities. I mean, they basically have no responsibilities until maybe around the ages of 9 and 10. But they have everything taken care of for them. Like, they have their food cooked for them. They have their they don't gotta drive nowhere. They got a chauffeur. Their parents be chauffeuring them everywhere. They can have decisions made for them. Kids, they can have decisions made for them, that they don't have to worry so much about the executive functioning of their life. And they have the ability to live a soft life because they can just play and be worry free and have things done for them and have so much assistance with the things that they need. Sometimes the little ones, they got somebody to even wipe their booty for them. And that's in that, like, that level of not having to think so much about every aspect of your life and doing it and not having anybody to help you with it, but you're always doing everything by yourself. But that aspect of being able to like retract from that level of executive functioning all the time and just go with the flow and just be present because everything is taken care of for you. That comes with a certain level of emotional comfort because, like I said, kids are the most joyful beings that I know. So that is, I just look at kids, and that is the definition of soft living right there. And if you really want to be honest, a lot of adults say that they just wish they were a kid again. A lot of adults look at kids who are trying to grow up fast. Maybe they're like preteens, young teens, and they're trying to grow up fast. And when I was a teenager, I used to say to myself, I can't wait until I'm 26. I was like, I can't wait until I'm 26 because I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna be wealthy, I'm gonna have this good job, and I'm gonna be set. Man, oh man. Well, I will say I'm 26 right now, and I have a pretty good life actually. I mean, not actually, because I'm not gonna act like I'm surprised, but I've done things and put things in place for myself that I'm content, and also I've reframed a lot of things about my mindset, and avoided comparing where I am at 26 years old to where other people are at 26 years old. Because I personally think for myself at 26 years old, I'm very well off and I was blessed to have a good head on my shoulders. And not everybody is blessed in that way. So I think I'm blessed and highly favored. Amen. But yeah, going back to this whole embracing your childlike mentality state. The reason why adults want to embrace childlike things and things that remind them to be a child again is because that literally helps us be more joyful. The reason why is because children live a soft life, and what that really means is being more laid back, and what that really means is being in your feminine energy, which we're going to talk about. So I have three, like I said, three main points. The first one is being more open to receiving. The second one is embrace your femininity, embrace your feminine side. And this is for whatever gender you are, like men, women, men, women. And this is also like not tied to a specific action. Like being feminine is not what you think it is. It is something completely different that anyone, everyone should have a balance of femininity and masculinity in them, within them. And that that's what it means. And then number three, you can make your life easier by embracing this soft life for the purpose of finding comfort in your life and the purpose of finding joy. So yeah, let's get into it. Number one, the first point is being more open to receiving. So I'll tell you this. I was morning time and I keep clearing my throat. So excuse me for that. Number one, the first point is be more open to receiving. So I'm gonna tell a little bit about myself. I recently discovered about myself that I had rejected for a long time being open to receiving help, assistance from other people because I felt like it was a weakness. A couple of days ago, we talked about on day 3, we talked about the ramifications of always being the strong person. And that's me, the strong person. Because, and I think this comes from somewhere down the line, probably also being a black woman, we're heavily stigmatized of being the strong, the strong black woman, superwoman, whatever. And that really puts this image in your mind of yourself that you're supposed to be like the Captain Saver, the last word, Captain Saver, save a chick for everyone else. And then you are allowed to save other people, help other people, and give in and pour into other people, but you're not allowed to ask for that. But it's an unwritten rule. It's like literally like an unwritten rule. You're not allowed to ask for help or accept help from other people because then you're no longer seen as the strong person. You're then seen as the person who needs the same help that they give out to other people, which to me used to seem like it used to not make sense. Like if I'm always the person that other people look at, because I'm a strong person. That's a superpower of mine, and I want to maintain this image because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel very proud of myself, very prideful of myself, and because of that, but the underlying thing is the reason why it was like that was because I really felt like I was not worthy of receiving the same assistance or the same softness in my life to reach out to ask other people for assistance, to accept assistance, and to basically have more support in my life. I did not feel that I was worthy of it. That's the underlying thing. But I didn't know that the worthiness piece was an aspect of it. I just thought on the surface level, I'm the strong person, and everyone always asks me for advice. Everyone, dumps their emotions on me because I can handle it. If they assume that I can handle it, that really means, excuse me, that really means that I can't handle it. And because of that, I was less open to receiving in my life. So, I recently realized this about myself that I've grown a lot from that mindset. And I had a conversation with a friend actually just yesterday. And I told her, I said, you know what? I'm so proud of myself because I realized I've embraced this soft life. And she said, well, what do you mean? Because like different people say different things about that, or they mean different things about it. And I said, well, beforehand, if somebody would ask, if I'm out with a friend and then somebody would be like, I got it, I got the tab, don't pay for it. I'd be like, no, I got the money, I'm gonna pay for it. Somebody sees me really, really struggling with my groceries, and they're like, those look really, really heavy. You got it? Yeah, I got it. Shoulders over there hurting. I at work, right? I have a lot of papers on my desk because I used to be a teacher. I'm kind of like in and out of work right now, but I used to be a teacher, and I have my class coming up. My next class is coming up, and I have a lot of papers to grade before my next class. And the teacher who sits next to me at my desk, the teacher who sits at the desk next to me, she's asking me, "Hey, Lauren, it's okay. I have some time before my next class. Do you want me to help you grade your papers for your next class so you can be more on time?" And I'm like, "No, no, no. I think I got it. I have enough time. Don't worry about it. Do your own thing." And like I would always be like, "No, I got it. No, 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 no." And but that used to be me because I used to not want to accept help from other people. But now I'm more open to receiving assistance, receiving help, receiving compliments. It goes so many ways because good morning, Sherelle, Shantae. I used to not be able open to receiving, but now I realized that being open to receiving compliments, being open to receiving, that a level of assistance to make my life easier, literally, is it's not a weakness. Like I can do that, and I can be more accepting of those things, and that is not a weakness, and it doesn't signal to other people that I'm weaker than what they think I am. But also, it really doesn't matter what other people think. If I am always asking for help or I need assistance, if if really the people around you are people who care about your mental well-being, your health, they won't mind they won't mind making your life easier. And I thought that, people making my life easier was a burden for them. But that comes with like the worthiness piece. If you feel like you're not worthy enough to receive this level of softness from accepting from people, then it's the underlying thing about it is a worthiness piece. And Sherelle Sante says, I absolutely struggle with allowing people to help. Yeah, so you're not alone, because I do too. And I'll tell you another thing that I told my friend is that when I realized this about myself, that I struggled with it. The real mindset shift I had to make in order to be more receptive and be more open to receiving from others as much as I give is that I had to realize, okay, like if I'm giving at this level, and people around me are giving at this level, and every time they want to show that they want to give at the level that I'm giving, why do I take them back down here when they want to be up here with me? It's because people realize something in you that you don't realize in yourself, that adds value to the that adds value to the collective of others, but you're giving up here. Why is it that when people want to match your level of giving, you're bumping them back down to here? Or you're honestly bumping yourself down, but you're not allowing the what is it called when you have plenty of things to give? You're not allowing the abundance or the blessings to come to you. You're literally blocking your blessings. And I also said that if you are a divine being like everyone else, everyone else, and you give to others, you give up here because you realize that, oh, when you see somebody else, I see myself in you. Like we are putting ourselves at the same level because we're all God's people at the end of the day. We all struggle with things, and it's not like we are on any uneven levels, because we all struggle with things. We all do wrong. We all, you know, we all have things to grow from at any point in life. So because you will never put yourself above anyone else, any other human being. You're recognizing the humanity in others that you have within yourself. Excuse me. I just woke up a little while ago, and this is the most talking that I've done all day. But because you recognize that about other people, that's the reason that you give to that extent, because you recognize everyone else needs something that that can be provided or can be helped by another human being, because we human beings are put here to help each other, to assist each other, and to help each other bring each other up and to grow and to support each other. So why, as a human being, if we recognize that within other people, why can't we recognize that within us? Or then why do we ignore that need in ourselves when we see it in everyone else? Which is why we are so we embrace that giving nature of ourselves, but we don't embrace the receiving. So then I said the mindset shift. I said to my friend, I said this is the mindset shift that I really had to make in order to embrace receiving more, receiving people paying for things, receiving people giving me gifts that I felt like weren't even warranted, and receiving people giving me compliments, giving me things that honestly make my life easier. I said this is a shift. It's that I realized that I'm also worthy of those things. Just like the other people that I do that for every single day, they're worthy of those things too. And there should be nothing special that I have to do to get those things. Just like I believe the things that I do for other people, there's nothing special they have to do to get it. It's by God's design that we all are able to give to a certain capacity, because there is somebody else that needs the giving that we have to give, which is why we have the capacity to give. And then we also have the capacity to receive. So when you're called to receive, just receive it and just be content with it. So yeah, for everyone who's struggling with that, that's still something that I struggle with every single day. But I struggle with it less because I made that mindset shift. So yeah, that's the first point, and I have 3 points, but I kind of touched a little bit on all 3 points in this one point, because the first one was be more open to receiving. The second point is like tap into your feminine side. And this has nothing to do with men, women, whatever gender you identify as. This has nothing to do with that. Because everyone has femininity and masculinity inside of them. And this has nothing to do with how you dress or how you whatever. It's literally the energy with which you carry your actions and your emotions and your responses to things that happen in your world. So just to give an example, masculinity or that masculine energy is about going, is about like transactional things. So masculinity is can be assertive, aggressive. You know, some days you'll have to assert people, you'll have to be assertive towards other people, you'll have to tell people your boundaries, you'll have to be not aggressive but assertive, straightforward, and a little bit tap a little bit more into your logical brain more than your emotional brain. That's a masculine trait. It has nothing to do with men, women, whatever gender, but it's just masculine. Masculine energy also comes when we are in our hustle and grind mode. You know how if you're in a flow state at work, or like let's just say at the gym as well, and like I just started doing like a little boxing classes here and there, and it's pretty fun. I really like it. So yesterday I took a boxing class, and it was like a fight camp class, and this was like my third boxing class, by the way. So the instructor, the instructor, he had seen me, you know, kind of grow through the boxing classes because I'm actually a fast learner. So he was like, you know, hit the one, boom, hit the two, one, two. And then he was like, go for the three. I was like, boom, right? And then beforehand, you know, I've been a little timid with my ones, twos, and threes, and then 3, 4, you know. Then, but yesterday though, yesterday he said, you know what he said when we was boxing together? He said, somebody made you angry today, didn't they? Somebody made you angry today. I said, no, I'm just in my flow state. I'm just in this state where I'm like, I'm locked in and I'm going forward and I'm gonna give it my all. That's a masculine energy. Doesn't mean that I myself am masculine or whatever, but we all have masculine and feminine traits. Now, I'll give some example of femininity within similar situations. Right? Someone is really bothering you, and let's give another example. You're you've slept in, you've overslept, and you're supposed to be at work at 6 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever. You wake up at 6 a.m. I mean, you wake up at 7:30. You're supposed to be there at 7 a.m. You wake up at 7:30, and then you know you're a little upset because you woke up late, but you're not going to get angry at it. You're going to wake up, maybe get some coffee, whatever you do as your morning routine. Go through your morning routine. Take the same time that you usually do. I mean, you're going to rush a little bit, but you're not getting upset. You're not getting angry at yourself. It's just simply, you're going to get to work. So whatever time, it's just today is not the day that you're going to get there on time. That is moving with feminine energy, because masculinity would be a little bit more abrasive, a little bit more assertive or aggressive with how you assert yourself to the tasks that you need to get done. But femininity, knowing how to balance both of those things, and when to move with femininity and when to move with masculinity, it's definitely situational. But when you do learn the difference between those two, we already do it in everyday life, but then we can identify when we're in our feminine, when we're in our masculine, and sometimes those energies get out of balance, because in some situations we're put in situations that we're too in our feminine, right? Like, have you ever known, or have you ever been in a relationship with somebody who wants you to do everything for them, and they take advantage of you? Oh, you can already tell by the attitude that I just got. I've been there because I'm a giver, and I give a lot, and I'm also very autonomous for myself. So Sometimes I have found myself in those type of relationships. Then when you're there, you know, you may notice that this person, if they want you to do everything for them, at first it may be little things that they ask of you. But then as they notice that you are more willing to be that caretaker, you're more in your masculine. Maybe that person is more in their feminine. This has nothing to do with man, woman, whatever genders are in the relationship. This has everything to do with feminine energy and masculine energy and them being out of balance. Because that person, they want to relax. They want you to, cook their meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They want you to help schedule their doctor's appointments, and they want to ask you to fill up their gas tank in their car. And after a while, you end up being their caretaker or something like that, right? That person is hyper feminine, or they're very in their feminine, because that's an imbalance, and that can put the other person, you, more in your masculine, because there's not an even balance in that relationship. But in the same way, there can be an imbalance within yourself. Alien Power GT says they want you to handle the real responsibility while they go try handling other people's responsibilities. That too. Exactly right. So, yeah, so this energy thing, this energy balance thing, is also, like I said, how people handle different responsibilities. And this is tied to embracing your feminine. Really, especially this is more identifiable in a relationship, but it's also identifiable within yourself. You should not be putting more on your plate than what you can take care of. But this can be difficult to identify how much you can take care of, because sometimes we're so used to pushing ourselves past our boundaries for ourselves that we get used to the strenuity, the strenuous, whatever, the strain, yeah, that one, the strain that we put on ourselves, and that becomes our norm. So like whatever takes us out of our feminine into our masculine, we're willing to go there because it's our norm. However, embracing a softness is about embracing a feminine energy. Feminine energy, would you say that's where creativity lives? Um that's a good question. And I would say that feminine energy, yes, it has a lot to do with creativity, because the reason why I say that is because I think everything is still like a balance, but I think that when you're in a creative zone, yes, your femininity, your feminine energy is taking over a little bit more, because when I think of like how I'm creative, like see that painting over there, and I have some more paintings too that I have to put up on my wall because I just moved back into my parents' house. But I love to paint. I used to love to draw, and when I think of like masculine energy, I think that gets in the way of like my ability to just sit and just let whatever comes to me just flow, because okay, here's something I really love: paint and sips. Y'all like paint and sips? Y'all ever been to a paint and sip before? And I don't really like to drink like that. Well, I'll drink sometimes socially. I'll take a little sippy sip here and there, but not exactly. So I just go to the paint and sip to paint. And there's different people at a paint and sip. Let me tell you, I'm the person who I see what the painter is doing, the teacher at the front, and I just try my best to just excuse me, follow whatever steps I want to follow. Sometimes I go out of the lines because my creative brain is coming through, and the feminine side is taking over, because if I was more in my masculine when I'm painting, I would be trying to do to the T everything that the painting instructor is doing. But instead, because I'm in my feminine when I'm painting, when I go to the paint sip, I'm more so trying to I'm not trying. I'm just letting whatever flow. I'm just like looking at it. I'm like, oh, this looks good. And it's you, in order to be creative, you have to let things flow. You can't force it. You can't try to force the outcome of what you want it to be. And art is very art. The best art to me that's innovative is innovative because whoever created it let something flow that was outside of a structure. And yes, masculine energy to me feels very structural. It feels like you're putting things in a box. Masculine energy can feel very rigid, very step A, step B, step C. And then feminine energy feels like, I see your little box you got over there. But I'm finna, you been finna stay in there. That's okay. I'm finna go out here, and I'm finna go all around here, and I'm finna go all up in there. And yes, I feel like feminine energy is very creative. So yeah, thanks for your questions, guys. If you're enjoying this live stream, by the way, give it a thumbs up. And I'll be going live every morning of this month of February. Happy Black History Month, by the way. And yeah, so I have one more point. The first point was, you should be more, we should all be more open to receiving, you know. The second one is embrace your feminine side. The third one, allow your life to be easier. As I say to Lauren, talking to Lauren, allow your life to be easier. And I'll just show you how this shows up in my life. I'll tell you about how this shows up in my life. I often knowingly make my life a little bit more challenging because there's something a little bit, there's some type of satisfaction that I get out of life being challenging. And if life feels too easy at the time, I'm like, hey, wait a minute. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Life is too easy right now. I'm just la 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 la. And I'm like, wait, hold up. There's not enough chaos right here. I need a little bit more. I need a little drama in my life right now. And because of that, I struggle to accept that when my life is easy and when I can just breeze through, it's okay for life to be easy. And I think this is why I think that. It's because going back to the first point when I talked about how when you're a person who likes to give a lot, you're at this giving at this level, and then you know other people, you only allow other people to give at this level because when someone wants to treat you, pay for lunch, pay for dinner, help you with your groceries. They want to meet you up here where you at, get you gifts. They want to meet you up here with you're at. You're like, no, I can't accept that. No, that's too much. Don't do that for me. You're trying to bump them back down here. It. I literally just lost my train of thought. Anyways, let me just keep talking and maybe it'll come to me. It correlates like this wanting to not have your life be easier. This is where I was going. It correlates with the same reason that we don't allow people to give to us. It's because we don't feel worthy of this level of receiving to the extent that or we don't feel like we're worthy of other people giving to us in the way that we give. So in the same way, it's like that same feeling that triggers this loop of wanting your life to not be easy because you're feeling like, oh, my life is easy right now. Something must be up because I need the chaos feels almost comforting in a way because maybe we feel like we don't deserve to be in our feminine because being in feminine energy where you can just relax and you can live a soft life and feel the wind in your hair, feel the breeze and stuff. that can feel very rewarding because you feel like you don't have to do anything. Just meditate, just pray that things work out. And you pray about it, prayers answered, God is on your, like, God is hearing you, answering your prayers. You're like, wait, things seem too easy. How can this be? And things can be easy. We can allow things to be easy if we allow the support that other people want to give, if we allow circumstances to, to work themselves out without us doing things, we just get better at surrendering. So that's how I was able to embrace the soft life, embrace my femininity more, is whatever support that I need in life. If I ask for the support, if my subconscious mind says, I really need this support, then if my prayers are answered, don't be surprised when they are. So would you say feminine energy would be the creative flow of thoughts and masculine energy would be the execution or carrying out the thoughts? Sorry for interrupting. No, no worries. You're not interrupting at all. I love these questions. And I think that's a really good interpretation of feminine and masculine playing out with each other. It is sort of like a yin and a yang because yes, I think that masculine energy is more of the, yeah, like the execution or carrying out of an idea, and feminine energy can be the birthing of that idea. That's why the feminine, the womb, is like the birthing of creation. Is like, I think everything that creates is feminine, honestly. Like I think this might be getting a little like woo for some people, but I really think trees have feminine energy because they actually like take something, and it's not necessarily at the execution because trees are just there. They're just there. But I'm looking at the trees right outside. They just recycle that air. And then we breathe that air. Like they're just taking something and birthing it and then rebirthing it and rebirthing it. And yeah, I just think that like if we look at the elements around us, the natural elements, the way nature behaves, we see feminine and masculine all around us. So yeah, again, if you all are enjoying this live stream, I'm about to actually that like these are my last points. So if you have any questions, put them down in the comments, whether you're watching on the replay or whether you're watching live. If you're watching live, thank you so much for joining me today, and then give this live stream a thumbs up. So yeah, and thank you for your questions about like the feminine energy, the masculine energy, and also your comments. Like if you are facing like these type of difficulties where you're finding out that, oh yeah, this is me. You're listening to what I was saying about how this shows up in my life and how I'm still struggling with some of these things myself. And you're like, oh, this is me. We can work on it together. And everything is a work in progress. There will always be something that we're looking to improve in our lives. Always. Because we're only human. So just one day at a time, one step at a time. We can only take one step forward at one time. So yeah, thank you so much. If there are no other questions today, I would love to see you all back tomorrow morning. So today is Friday morning for me. Tomorrow morning, potentially at the same time. And yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Y'all have a great rest of your day, your evening, whatever time it is. And peace and blessings. Drink your water and